My coworker told HR I was faking my disability for special treatment, so I stopped hiding it. She apologized in front of everyone, but it was too late. I was debugging some code when my email pinged on screen. A meeting invite from HR, subject line, urgent, accommodation review. An hour later, I sat across from Jennifer, our HR director, and my manager Tom. Jennifer slid a folder across the table. We've received a formal complaint regarding your workplace accommodations. Your coworker Veronica alleges you're falsifying a disability to receive preferential treatment, specifically your 3-day remote schedule and private office. My hands shook. I have trimethylaminuria. It's a metabolic disorder. I have documentation. We need comprehensive medical records within 48 hours. Jennifer interrupted. If you can't substantiate these requests, we'll revoke your accommodations and pursue disciplinary action. I had 2 days to prove I wasn't a liar or face a bad work environment. The next morning, Jennifer called. Why is a private office medically necessary? By lunch, I knew Veronica had spread her story. Developers whispered when I passed. I heard she just didn't want to sit with everyone else. Tom pulled me aside. Maybe work in the open space a few days, just to show there's nothing to hide? I have accommodations for a reason. Yes, but optics matter. People are questioning fairness. I sent HR 15 pages of medical documentation, lab results, doctor's notes, specialist letters, everything. I overheard Veronica in the break room. If the accommodations were real, why is she so defensive about proving it? That's when I realized the truth. No amount of documentation would stop this. Veronica had poisoned the entire office against me on purpose. For 3 years, I'd carefully managed my condition. Strict low-choline diet, activated charcoal supplements 4 times daily, showering 3 times a day, special soap, special detergent. I'd built my life around making sure nobody knew, but Veronica wanted proof? Okay, fine. So I stopped taking supplements and stopped following my diet, stopped the hygiene routine that controlled my trimethylaminuria. The mandatory all-hands meeting was in 3 days, and everyone would be there, including Veronica. The conference room was packed, 50 people crammed into a space for 30, while the CEO was doing quarterly announcements. I'd stopped managing my condition for 72 hours beforehand, and it only took 10 minutes for people to start.
To continue, tap the arrow in the bottom right corner and copy the link, then tap the CapCut icon in the bottom left. Finally, click the red button.
3 days later, my phone blew up. It was mom first. A bunch of texts starting.
Charcoal supplements 4 times daily, showering 3 times a day, special soap, special detergent. I built my life around making sure nobody knew, but Veronica wanted proof? Okay, fine. So I stopped taking supplements and stopped following my diet, stopped the hygiene routine that controlled my trimethylaminuria. The mandatory all-hands meeting was in 3 days, and everyone would be there, including Veronica. The conference room was packed, 50 people crammed into a space for 30, while the CEO was doing quarterly announcements. I'd stopped managing my condition for 72 hours beforehand, and it only took 10 minutes for people to start shifting in their seats. Someone covered their nose. Does anyone else smell that? The smell was overwhelming. It was fishy and pungent and was filling the enclosed space fast. It was like someone microwaved codfish. People started gagging and covering their faces. They started opening windows. Then the CEO stopped mid-sentence. I think there's something wrong with the ventilation. Everyone out. Now, Jennifer said. The room emptied, but I stayed seated, watching Veronica's face change completely. Her hand went to her mouth. Jennifer was just as confused as she came up to me. What's happening? Is there a gas leak? No, it's me. Her eyes widened. I told you I have trimethylaminuria, fish odor syndrome. My body produces a strong fishy smell I can't control through normal hygiene. This is what happens when I don't manage it. This is why I have a private office. Why I work from home. This is what you asked me to prove. Jennifer's HR spirit left her body. I had no idea. I've been managing this for 3 years, so nobody would experience this. But I was accused of faking. My voice stayed steady, so I stopped hiding it. Behind Jennifer, Veronica stood there with a weird smile on her face. The next day, Sarah approached me during stand-up while everyone watched. I need to apologize. I had no idea what you were dealing with. I was completely wrong. Her voice sounded strange, breathy. She was still smiling. I understand now. I really understand. An hour later, a Slack message appeared. I can't stop thinking about yesterday. I grew up in a fishing village in Maine. That smell. I haven't felt that close to home in 15 years. Can we talk? The next morning, she knocked on my office door. Can I work in here today? Just for a few hours? No, this is my private space. She lingered anyway. When I stood to leave for lunch, she moved in for a hug. I stepped back, but not before I saw her inhale deeply near my hair. By day 3, coworkers were reporting her. She'd been caught entering my office when I wasn't there, just sitting at my desk. Another developer saw her outside my door, eyes closed, breathing deeply. I forwarded everything to HR. Jennifer called that afternoon. Sarah's been terminated for harassment. I'm so sorry. We'd like to offer you permanent full remote work. 2 months later, I found myself in a small rental in a fishing village in Maine. The rent was cheap, the ocean air was clean, and every morning I smelled the boats coming in with their catch.